Did you miss out on getting the Storyteller's Journal set? Are you confused by the Storyteller's Journal set? Do you want the Storyteller's Journal set? If you share some of these questions and want to see me make some buys, then watch this. Then make sure you stab those applause and like buttons. If you've seen some of the endgame players' artifact sets when you finish your random dungeon queues, you know the top DPS or other players ranking at or near the top of the performance chart, oftentimes they'll have some artifacts equipped like the Envenomed Journal, the Frozen Journal, the Flayed, and the Darkened Storyteller's Journals. Sometimes they have all four on their tool belt, sometimes they have two or three. And on top of that, sometimes they also have on their neck and waist artifacts called the Sash of Embellishments and the Scarf of Embellishments. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you priced these things out on the auction house? I don't know about the console, but they've been over 2 million Astral Diamonds just for the scarf and sash. And that's a piece. Or for each one. So more than 4 million Astral Diamonds for these two pieces. I'm seeing some opportunity here, but we're not here for that. So should you, if you could get these, get them. And do you need all four of the journals? And then what about the scarf and sash? Why do you need those? Good questions, my Neverwinter, demon, dragon, lizard, and undead hunting friends. Let's get to this then. You're in luck right now, because right now, and for a limited time, you can buy the Storyteller's Artifact Choice Pack on the Zen Market. So you can pick up the missing journal, or journals, to have the complete set you wanted, and were not able to get when the Tales of Old finished for the final time. The scarf and sash of embellishments. Now if you don't have Zen, you can also pick up the journals, scarf, and sash on the auction house like I just showed you for a hefty amount of Astral Diamonds. And I'd like to recommend that if you don't already have at least one of the journals, or Zen's a big issue for you, or more specifically you have a little Zen and it's a trade-off between buying VIP or the Storyteller's Artifact Choice Pack, then buy VIP. Not these pieces. I also want to urge a little caution too, because as you know, we on the PC and now the Neverwinter console players have the new mod 20 Sharndar Part 1. It's now dropped for all of us, but what you might not know is that currently the developers are reworking old, current, and yet to come artifacts, so be cautious when you purchase these. If they're for personal use and you want them, and you're cool with having these pieces that are still very good, but could either be changed or outdone soon, then go for it. If in getting these you're using all the currency you have, then I suggest looking at something a little less costly to get you by if you need some help with an artifact set. I'm warning you because even though we don't know each other personally, I do care. Just use your own judgment here. More about this in a second. If you're short on Astral Diamonds and Zen, and if you're newer or new to Neverwinter, I also have some great videos showing different ways you can get Astral Diamonds that will help you moving forward. And you can look at my Neverwinter Tips playlist. I have over 150 videos with different Neverwinter tips. I also promise to haunt you someday if you buy these on the Zen Market without using a coupon to save yourself some valuable Zen. I like to use some of my alternate characters when I'm buying something on the Zen Market. And if you don't know, you get these bags from Invoking, and I have other videos about that. You can find those in my playlist. But when I'm ready to make a purchase, I start blowing through them when I'm ready until I get the discounted coupon I'm looking for. Another note about this, I also only buy extra character slots during special events. And sometimes you can get 2 additional slots for about 100 Zen. So each time you buy 1 slot, you get 2 character slots. I just wanted to clarify that. You can also equip and use the journal separately from the scarf and sash of embellishments. You can get a set bonus without the scarf and sash. You get more of a bonus in a way if you have the scarf and sash in any one of the 4 journals. Let me explain. If you have just the scarf and sash, like other artifact sets, you get a bonus. And in this case, you'll get a +1 to all of your ability scores. And you get this bonus without having any of the Storyteller's journals. If you then add any one of the 4 Storyteller's journals, it could be the Envenomed, the Frozen, Flayed, or Darkened Storyteller's journal. Again, you only need 1. You'll then get a chance to do 10% unresistible damage once you add one of the Storyteller's journals to your tool belt, along with the sash and scarf. You can also just have 2 Storyteller's journals, or like I have here, the Envenomed and Flayed journals, and when you have 2, you get a bonus to your power and hit points. If you add a 3rd, you get an additional hit for weapon damage with a critical strike. You can add a 4th to your belt for more power and hit points. So for adding a 3rd and 4th, you get more power and more hit points. Got that? You have another thing to consider here. You can go to the Wondrous Bazaar. Well, these are on sale on the Zen Market, at least for now, and get something called tails. So you go to the Wondrous Bazaar, click on Special Items, and there's your tails. Each tail that you get can be added to one of your journals, and this will give you more bonuses. And if this is confusing, you can always go back and rewatch a portion of this video. Another thing you can do is hold your cursor or pointer over one of the journals, if you get one, and it will tell you what specific tails can be used for each journal you have. And this can all get pretty expensive for a casual player, but it might be worth it if you, like I said, already have 1 or 2 journals and really didn't know where to go with it. I want to make sure you understand that when you add a tail, it will trigger when you activate that artifact. So that specific artifact has to be activated, and it will use all the tails you have in place, or they'll be triggered when you activate the equipped artifact. But just the tails from your equipped artifact, not all that you have on your belt. But you'll get the other set bonuses that are listed as part of this Storyteller's Journal bonus. And you can add tails to the different journals. And each journal has different tails that go with that specific journal. The tails, at least at the time of this video, can't be bought on the auction house. You can of course buy one of the journals, add the corresponding tails, and not have the set bonuses. I hope this helps clear some of this up. I will now look at the Envenomed journal, which I have in my inventory, to see what tails go with it. Now that I have that list, I wrote it down because I won't remember. I'll go back to the Wondrous Bazaar, and the first one on that list was a tail of poison. Now I'll buy one of those. Okay, I got one of those, and you can see it's bound to the character, and you double click on it to use it. And this is still in my inventory, obviously. It's not equipped, but if you look there, it says tails acquired on the top slot. Unfortunately, I can't point to it while I have my mouse on it, but I hope you can see that. It says a tail of poison 1/1. So when I double clicked on the tail, it automatically equipped to the corresponding Envenomed Storyteller's journal. I'll do it again for you. Next up, we have the Tail of Awe. That's right next to it. I'll buy that one. Now go ahead and get Madness. I'll get the other ones now. Running out of inventory space. So I'll go ahead and go through and equip these. Close that first. That one, that one, that one. Now let's just double check. Hopefully you can see that, and those all equipped. I only have one left. So since you're watching this, we'll do that too. There. The Envenomed Storyteller's journal is now full. All the tails are in place. And in fact, I can go ahead and equip it now. This is bound to my character anyhow. So there you saw that. I might as well equip the other one. I'm not going to buy tails for the other one. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'll just swap out the music box here. And there you can see when I equip that, hopefully you can see that, down below all the tails, or I'll go back over to the Envenomed, down below all the tails, it says part of a storyteller set 2 of 4. I get an additional percentage bonus to power, and my maximum hit points went up. Now, different classes like tanks prefer the darkened. DPS, sometimes the Envenomed or frozen. But it really depends on your build and play style. And I'd really prefer you look at the benefits you get from the different tails for the different journals so you can better choose what's the best fit for you. Now that these are equipped, they're ready for use. And they can also be refined and upgraded, just like other artifacts. Now you've seen for yourself what happens and hopefully have a better understanding of how all this works. Have fun.